Jaylen, let's just start with how you're feeling, because you were feeling, I guess, under the weather. How has that impacted you the past couple of days?
I'm feeling better. My stomach was hurting before the game, but I'm feeling better.
Tonight, when both teams are in back-to-back, it's getting a little sloppy. What does it take to kind of like feel out the game and kind of figure it out and get to a point where even though you guys were turning the ball over and making some mistakes, you were still able to build a lead?
Just the details, just the simple things, making the right passes, passing the guys in the spot where they're ready to shoot, rebounding, and defensively, like taking away tendencies. Just doing some of the simple things can get you over the hump.
And what can you say about the guys? Like Joe went very deep into the bench, playing with guys that you probably don't normally play with on a regular basis. What can you say about those guys stepping up in a game like this?
No, I thought it was great. It's a journey, man. We need each and every guy. We need the whole chain to be working together. So, shout out to those guys being ready, and shout out to Joe for giving them those opportunities throughout the year to be able to showcase and add to win it. It takes a complete group, and I thought those guys stepped in. I thought Drew was great. I thought even Baylor came in, made plays, and each and every night you never know when your name is going to get called. You just got to be ready. And those guys have been professionals, and that's what we need going forward.
Luke tied his career high with 6 blocks tonight and helped keep Bam in check. How have you seen him grow over the years from someone who spent time in Maine to being outside of the rotation to becoming a dependable option?
Yeah, Luke has just been the ultimate teammate since he's been here. Whatever you ask him to do, he's willing to do. He does his job each and every night. He knows the game well. He offensively, he's just a great connector for us. And defensively, he uses his size well, So tonight was an example of that. He was able to get a career high in blocks. When Luke's playing well, I think we're an even better team as well.
Jaylen, you talked about those guys staying ready and how important that is to winning. John mentioned, like, some of those lineups you guys haven't had the chance to play with. What is the prep like in practice just to be able to be ready? And, obviously you guys just looked seamless out there, like, with lineups you've never played with. What's the preparation that goes into that like?
There's a bunch of stay-ready groups that go on behind the scenes where guys who don't play as much minutes are always just getting reps, just staying ready, going over reads, and just, always constantly staying involved in, how the game and how the season is going, and to be ready whenever their name is to be called. So it's tough to do as a professional sometimes. In January, back-to-back, sometimes guys can, throughout the year, check out. But when you have guys that are hungry and come in and add to winning, it just shows where you're at as a team and where you're at as an organization. I think we developed guys really well. And tonight was an example of that. I thought we had some guys step in and make some good contributions.
Jaylen, Joe credited you after the game. He said he thought what you did to kind of prepare to play in tonight's game was important, and just kind of the tone it sets for the team and the locker room to show that even when things aren't maybe great, you're not feeling great, that you're going to be out there. What was the process like preparing for this game, and is that something you think about, kind of the tone it sets whether you play or don't?
Yeah, it's a journey. It's a long season, and we are human beings. Guys get sick, don't feel well. Stuff can be going on. Whatever the case is, I try to always be there as a leader of our group to make myself available. And tonight, trying to miss as little as games as possible is important for just our group in general health. So I think just even when you're not feeling well, to show that you're still available, I think kind of just sets a tone for your team to be, to have the same type of mindset. These games matter. Even though we're in December and, we want to play into late June, these games matter. So I just had to push through it.
Jaylen, kind of related to that, but not being sick, when you wake up, let's say from a back-to-back, and your legs are dead, and you're like, Jaylen, I ain't got it tonight. Like, how do you kind of keep going? Jason was kind of managing the night. I mean, he played 38 minutes last night. How do you kind of just keep pushing, knowing that there's going to be nights like this where you have a back-to-back coming off travel, things, the NBA life?
it's a part of the journey. You know, back-to-backs it's not like just the Celtics got to play them. Everybody in the whole league is no different. So I think we just had a mindset, you know, or try to have a mindset that, you know, we come out and play good basketball, put our best foot forward, whoever's out there as a team. You know, that's some of those moments are like some of the adversity. You know, back-to-backs are tough to get your body, your mind, everything ready, depending on the flights, et cetera, the injuries. But as you are looking to do something special, those are the moments you got to kind of like accept. You know, it's hard for teams to be great if, you know, some of their best players never play back-to-backs.
Jaylen, aside from nights like tonight where you get a lot of contributions from the Stay Ready group, how important are their contributions in terms of your preparation and practice and what you get around from them in shoot-arounds and all that?
It's super important. Like I said, like, we're a team, so like we rely on each other in different capacities each and every night. You know, obviously, you know, outside, you know, perceptions want it to be a certain way each and every night, and that's just not the reality. You know, where one of us lacks, we pick each other up. We got a bunch of guys who are able to do a lot of different things. So being able to just get the best out of your group is what's most important. And as I get older as a player, I just realize that so much more. And, you know, when my team needs me to do certain things, I will. But for the most part, you got to get the best out of your group.
Peyton, he scored as many times tonight inside the arc as he did outside the arc, which is kind of a new thing for him. Looking back at when you first were able to kind of get into your bag as an interior scorer, mid-range scorer, what do you remember, like, the excitement of that development feeling like, and what are you seeing out of him?
Yeah, Peyton definitely been in my bag, man, for sure. Got my shoes on. I'm going to take my joints back. He definitely got in the up fakes,